Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kylie and I'm so happy that you guys are here today. Happy Thanksgiving! Today is actually Thanksgiving Day as I'm filming this, editing this, and putting it up. I know, nothing like waiting until the last minute, but I just wanted to get into the full Thanksgiving mood, and what better way than to film a video of things that I am grateful for in 2020. Obviously this goes without saying, but things have been a little bit weird this year, and for me at times it has been hard to kind of take a step back and get out of my head a little bit and realize all the things that I have to be grateful for. And so I figured since it's Thanksgiving, I would make a list of 15 things that I am most grateful for this year. Now obviously this is not an all-encompassing list. I have so many more things that I could have written down to be grateful for, but I figured in the interest of saving time, I put things into broad categories that also include smaller things to be grateful for, if that makes sense. So I'm just doing kind of the main things in my life that I'm really happy to have and experience and things like that. And finally, before we get into the video, I have to mention that none of the things that I'm saying right now are meant to be bragging in any way. These are things I know that are a privilege and that I'm really lucky to have and that a lot of people don't have. I'm not making this video to show off the things that I have. I am making it to show that I am appreciative of these things and that I know that they're things that I take for granted on a daily basis. And so I've just been thinking about it a lot, things that I have, things that I can be grateful for. That being said, let's get right into the list. The first thing that I'm thankful for is family, of course. My family is such a huge influence on me, on my everyday life. I talk to my mom at least once a day. Like, I talk to her every single day. And I will call her and text her and she always replies, and I'm so lucky to have someone in my life who is like always there when I want to talk to her, which is all the time. And then my dad is always such a big influence in my life as well, and my brother and my whole family. I'm so lucky to have such a great family, and I know that. And it's something that I definitely take for granted on a day-to-day basis, but something, when I think back on it, I realize how amazing it is to have a household that's still together and loves each other and talks to each other every single day. That is something that's so amazing, and that's my number one thing that I'm grateful for every single year. The second thing that I'm grateful for is my friends. I don't know how I would get through college without Pan and her roommates Peyton and Kendra, and all the people that I've met through RA and doing this job, all the people that have gotten me through that, because trust me, there have been some tough times, and my RA friends have definitely gotten me through some stuff. So I'm so grateful to have such a strong support system. And obviously I can't forget my close friends at home, the people that I've been friends with since high school. I miss you guys so much. I know you're watching this video. Hello, I miss you, I love you, and I'm so grateful that you guys have chosen to be in my life, and I'm so lucky. Anyway, my friends are so important in my life, and I'm so happy that I have such a strong support system, like I said, and so many people that I can go to if I need to talk to them, or if I'm just feeling down, or literally anything, I can go to my friends. And that is something that is so, so important for me, and I definitely take that for granted as well. So I'm so grateful for my friends. The third thing that I'm grateful for is Luna, my kitty right here. She is actually being kind of a brat right now, so it's kind of hard to say this, but I love her so much. Even though I just got her in early October, I feel like she has helped my mental health immensely, and her being an ESA and being able to stay in the dorms with me has been such, I don't want to say a game changer because that sounds weird, but it has been such a help. And it's great to just have a living creature who loves me and I can also take care of, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to have a cat with me here. The fourth thing that I'm grateful for is my car, actually. I got a new car back in January, and I'm so lucky to even be able to say that. The fact that I was having car issues and that I could just go out and buy a new one, that is so privileged of me. And I'm really lucky to have been able to be in a financial position to do that. It feels like when you get a new car that doesn't have like break down every week, it's like a weight that's lifted off your shoulders, and I haven't had to deal with that the entire year this year. And that is so nice to be able to say. It's actually at home right now. I'm getting my brakes done and I just got an oil change on it, but that is only the second time in the entire year that I've had to have my car worked on. And that is so nice. And I'm just so grateful to be able to have a new car that's, well, I mean, it's not brand new, but it's newer than anything I've ever had. And it is so nice, and the backup camera on it, I could go on for days. But I'm so grateful to be able to have the car that I have, and leading into the next point, to be able to pay for it. The next thing that I'm grateful for is financial stability. Hi kitty, what you doing? In previous years, my finances has been a huge stressor for me. It is something that really gets to me for some reason if I don't have enough money, or I feel like I am not able to buy the things that I need, like groceries and putting gas in my car. That really has stressed me out. And this year I can gladly say that that has not been the case. I have been working really hard, but also there have just been a lot of things coming together that I don't have to worry as much about my finances this year, which is so nice. And I'm so grateful for that. Because, like I mentioned, it stresses me out so much when I am having money issues, and money and I kind of don't have a very great relationship. And I've been working on that. I've been trying to, but this year I've been able to make all of my car payments on time, which is amazing. I have been building my savings this past month. That is something that I recently tried to start doing. Just been able to do those little things to give me kind of a head start on my finances has been really nice, and I'm so grateful for that. This one also kind of goes off that, but I'm really thankful for employment this year. I know so many people who lost their jobs because of COVID, and I lost one of my jobs at the theater in early March, and that was something that I had to adjust to. But then I went and got a job somewhere in my hometown. I worked at a grocery store for a little bit, but I only had to do that until June. So in June, once I came back here for my apartment assistant position, I was pretty much employed for the rest of the year. I did lose my theater job permanently because the building was bought out, and so it's not even going to be a theater anymore. But I did start doing Uber Eats, and that has been a really good job for me because it is flexible, and I'm also able to make enough to sustain myself doing that, and that is so nice to be able to say. So even though I'm not working at the theater anymore, I still have two really self-sustaining jobs, and I'm so lucky to be able to have the jobs that created my financial stability. So that is great. So I feel like all these are kind of going off of each other, but I am so grateful for this amazing apartment that I'm able to call home this year. Because I'm doing the apartment assistant position, I do get to stay in this apartment for free on campus, and I'm so grateful to even be able to say that because as we all know, college is not cheap. And being able to be here, even though I am working and definitely earning this free tuition, it still seems like not enough, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a huge thing to be able to say that I live for free, and I have an entire kitchen, a huge kitchen, a dining room, a living room, my own bedroom and bathroom, and oh my god, I'm so grateful. Like, I don't know what I did to be able to deserve this, but it is so great, and I really hope to be doing this next year. I really want to be apartment assistant again. I love this position, so hopefully we'll be able to make that work, but as of right now, I'm so lucky to be able to stay here for this school year. I mentioned I have a bathroom, my own bathroom that I don't share with anyone, and it's so nice. And one thing that's in that bathroom is a bathtub. Now, I grew up in my house, like before I was even a teenager, we had this huge bathtub. And I would take baths all the time, and then when we moved into our new house, the bath was small, and then shortly after we moved in, the bathtub actually cracked, and so we weren't able to take baths. So when I moved into this apartment, I was so excited to have a bathtub, and I've taken so many baths this year. Like, I will buy bath bombs, I will get those Epsom salts in there, I will make such a cozy vibe in there, just turn on like my jazz music and get in the bath, and it is so nice. And so, in conclusion, I am so grateful for my bathtub. It seems like a stupid thing to be grateful for, but it's really not. I mean, I'm grateful for everything that I have, pretty much, but just being able to have a tub, so nice. The next thing that I'm grateful for is you guys, essentially. I'm grateful for my YouTube growth this year. Did I say growth weird? I think I might have. I have gained so many subscribers this year, more than I ever thought I would, and when I decided to start doing YouTube and making it a priority for myself, I had goals in mind, but I didn't know how fast or slow those would happen. The fact that I'm almost at 250 subscribers right now blows my mind. I don't know how I'm growing this fast, and I really hope I can keep that steady growth into next year, and I really want YouTube to be a major part of my life because it's something that I'm passionate about and love to do, and so here I am. But I'm thankful that you guys are subscribing to my channel and liking my videos and commenting on them. I am so blown away by how much you guys enjoy my content, so thank you so much for being here, and I'm really grateful for you. Number 10 is also something that might seem kind of stupid, but it's not when you live in the Midwest up north like I do. We've had such mild weather so far this winter, and it has been so nice because I've driven home kind of a lot, like at least once a month I go home, and it is so nice to not have to worry about how bad the roads are going to be yet. I know it's coming, I know it will get there eventually, but usually we get our snow in October, and then the whole month of November is snow on the ground. But we haven't had a solid covering yet. It snowed last night, but before that, the snow had melted from before, and then it's supposed to be nice again this week, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna melt again. And so, it's just been such nice, it's just something that it's nice not to have to worry about all the time. Like, it's just not another thing on top of, oh, I'm going home, but what if there's weather coming in, and what if I get stuck in a snowstorm, because that has happened before, and let me tell you, it is not fun at all. So I'm grateful for the mild weather. This year my cat just fell off the bed. The next thing that I'm grateful to have is a flexible schedule. This is actually something I can thank COVID-19 for, because before that I had so much stuff on my calendar. If I look back now at what my calendar looked like, it was so full of all this stuff, and I was like, how did I manage? But now that all my classes are online and I'm not working at the theater anymore, the only fixed things that I have to do in my schedule are work the desk and be on duty. And even when I'm on duty, I can do whatever I want. I just don't have to leave, I can't leave campus. And so I have such little commitment this year, and it's really nice because it leads into my next point, which I've had a lot of free time. And I had never been one to give myself a lot of free time. I've always liked to be busy, and always going and doing something. And I definitely get that from my mom. But this year I've kind of learned to take a step back, step down, and just kind of chill for a little bit, which is something that I've learned this year. I'm really grateful for all this free time that I have because it led me into starting YouTube, and it led me to trying new things and being able to kind of hone in on my craft of filmmaking, and I'm so grateful to have this time that I wouldn't have had otherwise if COVID wasn't a thing and I was still going to all my classes and working and all that stuff. My schedule has changed so much. I still fill it with things, but it's on my own terms and it's different, if that makes sense. So I'm so grateful for a flexible schedule. and having lots of free time this year. So the next 3 things are kind of, you could call them cliche, they might be, but it's still true for me that I'm grateful for these things. And then they're also kind of not tangible things that I'm grateful for. So the first one is the ability that I have to improve my life. I have so many dreams and aspirations for after I graduate next year, and I'm so excited to put those into place. And just the ability to be able to do that, to think that I can do anything I set my mind to, just the fact that I'm able to do that is something that I'm so grateful for, because I don't want to limit myself for anything because I'm like scared or if I think it's going to be hard. And that is something I'm really working on this year. For self-improvement wise, I have never really been like a big dreamer because I think really realistically, and this year I'm kind of like, well, if I have these dreams and there's something that I want to do, why can't they be realistic? So there are things that I'm going to do after college that I'm so excited for, and things that I'm so excited for you guys to see. They're just like so far down the road. I haven't even talked about them yet, but that being said, the ability to just improve my life and make it what I want it to be is something that I'm so grateful for. The next one, I'm so grateful that I don't have very much to worry about. This entire list has kind of encompassed that and shown you guys how much I have taken care of, which is so nice. And I really don't have that much stuff to worry about. I mean, like, I worry about the little things, like, oh, I have an assignment due, or like stuff that in the long term isn't going to be very, like, I'm not even going to remember that I worried about it at the time. But things that are like more long term, or things that are like huge stressors for me, I haven't really had to worry about much this year. And that is something that I'm so grateful for. And I can't express how happy I am that I don't have to worry about that much stuff, because I'm a worrier. That is what I do. And I haven't had too much to worry about this year, which is so nice. Okay, last one. So cheesy, I'm sorry, but I'm grateful for life in general. Everything that I've talked about in this list has really brought to my attention how nice my life is and how great the things are that I have, and I'm so grateful to be living this life and to be in the place that I am. I have everything I need to be able to make decisions for things that I want, and if I don't, I have the ability to go out and get them or fix things, and just that right there, that being my life, I'm so grateful for. But that is everything that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. Leave a comment down below of what you are grateful for this Thanksgiving. And I hope you guys are having a fun, safe holiday. Hopefully getting to spend it with your families. If not, still making the best of it. My cat is biting me. Also, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. And subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in Monday's video. Bye.